and we're going at 2 metre strips backwards and forwards in each of these 30-metre squares.
And every time that does a bleep, that's reading what's beneath the surface at that point.
What it's actually doing is measuring the intensity of the Earth's magnetic field.
And any stray objects buried under the sand will deflect this magnetic field.
We can then plot those onto a big map, and it gives us a kind of indication of what's below the surface.
What this morning's survey has revealed is a trough buried under the sand, and Mark believes this is where the SS Great Britain first hit.
As it goes up the beach, it digs in deeper and deeper and deeper, and finally comes to a stop.
If Mark is right, the trough must stop where the ship came to rest, and that's what he hopes this afternoon's survey will reveal. The shipwreck was, of course, big news, and our base camp, the Watch House, is mentioned in the Times report, detailing how the watchkeeper's wife brought all her provisions to feed the stricken lady passengers. Could our survey be about to reveal where their luxury voyage came to a sudden end?
Press the button.
You can feel the expectation in the room as Mark's trough is revealed.
So at that point, what's our total length?
But the white line, Mark's trough, doesn't end.
Can I say the really good bit of news here? There's clearly a huge amount of metal in there, isn't there?
Ever the optimist, Mark is far from downhearted.
Actually, all we need to do, it's very simple, is carry on. We meet at 5:30 on the beach. So the idea is that, well, last night we saw this huge amount of debris field here, which I think might actually be the breakwater that they constructed around the ship to protect it from the winter storms. We're taking advantage of this really low tide to try and get out here to see what's really going on. So we must get on because you haven't got long. Tide's about to change.
"4 hours later, and there's no sign of the breakwater. But Mark still believes he's onto something.
What I see is a huge hole which is exactly the right size of the SS Great Britain.
Well, is that the whole of the ship?
But I can see Joanna still needs some convincing.
I desperately want to try and find something here. On the other hand, I also don't want to go too far and start seeing things when there are none. In my mind, we don't have quite enough data just yet.
With the tide rising and the sun falling, the team continue pacing the sand. To get the work done, everybody's lending a hand, even me. Yet again, we gather round Henry's computer.
Looks like we've got more. Sort of curvilinear lines.
And yet again, our survey is mired in the sand. This morning's promising boat shape has morphed into a series of curving rocks. But now Mark finds something else to get excited about.
But that is looking terribly ship-like, isn't it, if I may point out?
Could that be the outline of the SS Great Britain, right on the edge of our survey?
The good news is that this is a wonderful result. The bad news is we've clearly got more work to do.